Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Cognitive Ergonomic Lecture Series. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about the usability principle. As we learned in previous lecture about the color principle, user interface design principles, 7 stages of action. In this section, we are going to learn about what are the principles required to design, to use, and these principles are related to human computer interaction. Jacob Nielsen proposed these 10 principles in the year of 1994. The first principle he proposed is the matching. Is there a match between the items, between the graphics? How well are we capable to understand the similarity? The principle of matching is same as when the designer's mental model and the user's mental model are same. When there is a match, then the user feel easy to use. Hence the usability enhances. When a user knows how to use it, what the function is going to do and what would be the outcome, then it enhances the usability. If you see, there are several principles of usability. Let us have all principle on our screen first and then we go one by one. So what you see on your screen, 8 principles. So principle of matching, how and what features we are familiar with and know about, and those principles are matching here on the screen. Internal consistency, anything which we know, the process, the task that needs to be consistent. What does this mean? Which means the interface in Windows, interface in Macintosh, interface in Linux should be same, so that there should not be any discrepancy, so that users should not find it difficulty to use it. If we understand this thing little bit more clearly and I provide you a detail, then one could understand that the PowerPoint or the Word document or an Excel sheet follow a principle of consistency. The Word, the MS Office in Microsoft Windows and the MS Office in Macintosh, they follow the principle of matching, they follow the principle of internal consistency. Because of this, the user who is switching from Windows to Macintosh, because of this, the user who is switching from Macintosh to Windows should not find it difficulty, and the usability of the design becomes easy. The third principle says visibility of the system status. What is the status of the system? Many occasions what happens that the system is on, but we do not know if the system is on or not. So an indicator should be there, a visual indicator. An auditory indicator can also be there. For instance, a beep sound. Many occasions when we are using our mobile phone, some people use auditory indicator. Whenever I am tapping it, there should be a sound. So that is a visibility of the system. Visibility of the system when we are recording. How shall we know that the system is recording? So there should be a red button. Most of us during pandemic period used the online system, recorded several lectures. While doing such recording, we saw that there is a record button. The record button, something like a circle and center at the top. Such visibility provides an aid to the user that the system is on, and when the system is on, then he or she can execute the task. The visibility of the system is equally important at the place like nuclear reactor or control panel of an aircraft. When a plane is descending, then there should be an indicator. When the plane is ascending, there should be an indicator. When a fuel rod is brought down into the nuclear chamber, into the coolant, then there should be an indicator. There is an increase in temperature of the nuclear reactor, there should be an indicator. When the system is turning off, there should be a visible indicator. Most of us are having submersible water pump in our villages. When you start the water pump submersible, there is a control board which indicates red light. It is on. And then when you press the button, then the red light goes off. Similarly, visibility of the system status is there. Operation theater. Operation is going on. Red light is on. Operation is over. They turn off. Fourth principle, user control and freedom, which means user should be having a control. User should be having a control and should be having a freedom to turn on and turn off the system. User must be having a control to use the system effectively, efficiently. Definitely, these systems are sophisticated and expensive. However, the user can be careful, and user should be relied with such controls. If user will not be having these control and freedom, then it will be very challenging for the user to use such system effectively and efficiently. As a reason, the performance, efficiency, satisfaction will be compromised. The fifth principle talks about the error prevention. How can we prevent the error? Most of us might have experienced this. Whenever we fail to give a wrong command to the computer, there is an alert window comes. This alert window appears on the screen, says that there is error 144 or there is an error 303. There is a system error 202, etc. Such error preventions are there to give a command or to give an indication to the user that do not execute the process, do not move further, there is an error. Some faulty mechanism is there. Some fault has occurred. Now, for the user, for the efficiency, he or she should be able to recognize the error, and also same time the recovery should be provided to them. What kind of recovery should be there? Now, this error prevention is there so that the user should be capable enough to understand the nature of the error and recognize it and recover it with the help of documentation, which is already present there prior hand. Now, this help and documentation is basic in nature. If the problem is basic, if the problem is not that difficult, then help and documentation provided to the user prior hand can be beneficial. The sixth principle talks about the memory. How much do you remember? How much can you recall? How much can you recognize? And how much you can store back again? The usability principle talks about the memory. If you have experienced the interface prior hand, then you may have registered that information in your memory, which you can rely upon and take the information, recall the information from your memory system. The seventh principle talks about the flexibility and efficiency of the use. Flexibility and efficiency of use will only be there when the user is provided with full control and freedom. The system, the interface should provide more flexibility. I want to move from one page to another page, system should be providing that. I want to know the drastic change in the sudden surge of electrical power, the system should be able to provide that. I want to see the sudden change in the financial market, the inflation, the system should be able to provide that. I want to switch between the application, the interface should be providing that. Ninth principle, when the error is there, major error is there, how can we recover from that error? It's not about the recognition and recovery. There we are talking about the minor errors. But here at the ninth principle, we are talking about the major errors and recovery. One such recovery could be setting at the factory setting. When our mobile phone starts to hang, when there are a lot of spams, cache, and other elements are there, what do? We try to set it at factory setting. Eighth principle also talks about the simplicity and aesthetic integrity. How simpler we can make it. As we talked about, keep it supremely simple. KISS method. Keep it supremely simple. More simple you make the system, more simpler you make the interface, better it would be for the user to interact with, better it would be for the user to use it. More simpler it is and better aesthetic quality should be there. Now, understanding these 9 principles of design, one thing we know that the screen present to us in the modern world are of different types. Will these 10 principles of design going to work with different types of screen design? That is one big question to ask about. Another thing is that all these, majorly all the principles may be enough, may be sufficient to work in different basic screen designs. Now, when we see such design, we know that there is an output display, there is an input display. The keyboard, the mouse can be used as an input display. The output display can be the computer screen. There is a general layout, and this general layout is also following the principle of consistency. The old keypad mobile phone which we were having it is having the same alignment. The text, how much text can you put it there, which should not make the design clumsy, chaotic and creepy. The numbers, how can we align these numbers? The coding technique, different coding techniques provide different layouts. The colors play an important role. Color principle, earlier we were talking about it. Color coding is an important element in the discipline of human factor engineering. So, different color codings can be used. These days our mobile phone is having lot many features like dark mode, night mode, beach mode, rainy mode, spring mode. Different types of modes are available there based on the mood and the colors and its usage. It is very important for us to see the interface of the dialog style. If one has to fill a form, what kind of information will be relevant? The name will be enough, the address will be enough, the email will be enough, phone number will be enough, and if it will be enough, where it should be presented with. What kind of menus will be required here? Drop down menu 1, 2, 3 will be enough, or more than that the menus will be required. Second, how to fill in the forms, how these menus being used to design simpler forms. Simplicity, asking the question and answer, but you cannot ask tons of questions. So you have to narrow down and ask a specific question, but what those questions would be. Command language, what type of language we are talking about? Perl, Java, Python, C++. The functional keys, there are 12 functional keys present on the keyboard, Microsoft. Each function key has different functions. Can we directly manipulate this form? Can such manipulation be helpful in designing an effective dialogue style? Why this dialogue style is required? To have for the better human computer interaction. All these parameters are going to play a role in effective human computer interaction. Seventh, restricted natural language processing. When we are talking about the dialogue style, we can see that the function key, direct manipulation, language command restricted, all these things are playing a major role in the human computer interaction. How a user can be supported, how user can provide and help with. So the help can be an through online system, the help can be through manual. The manual system can provide the basic help, and for that the specific keyword, the specific command is required, just like the online help system. If you are taking the help online system, then you can use the keyword which is relevant. If you are having a problem with the printer, then the keyword will become a printer. If you are having a problem with the Word document, then the keyword becomes the Word document. The command prompting, which command should be given? Context sensitive. You are working with the paint and then there is a problem in the paint, you give a keyword paint, or it could be related to the task. It should include the information of the system and the user goal. User is working with PowerPoint, those information should be present in the system. User is working with music application, how to increase or decrease the volume, how to increase and decrease the bandwidth, how to have bass, how to have theater setting, how to have a room setting. All these information should be present in the system itself. Moreover, when the user is sharing his or her problem with the designers, then the designer, as they are solving the problem, they should be creating a fix file. These fix file can be updated as the auto update information is there. So the user doesn't have to put an effort to do an update again and again or to find a solution to the existing problem. But once the auto update is there, the problem might be rectified or solved. User support should be, information should be placed somewhere where it is easy for the user to find it. It should not be placed somewhere where it takes a lot of difficulty for the user to find a solution. Context is specific. Based on the context, the user can get an assistance. Entry point should be easy to locate. So if you have any problem in the software interface system, what do? We try to search the problem solution in the system itself. In doing so, we look for a keyword that is help. And on the top bar, we go to the extreme left or right, we find the help. We click on the help, there is a search bar. In that search bar, you can put any of your problem related to the software, and then it will provide you the solution with. If the system is incapable to provide the solution, then it may direct you to another platform. Now, it is an important aspect that different types of user is there, different help and support user is getting from this. But the important element is that what about the data set? Is user capable to solve this big chunk of data set? Is it easy for the designer or the user to categorize and sort this data set? We need to understand that the computer processes is complex in nature, and in this user information is selected. In the discipline of human factor analysis, not only the user information is selected, but user knowledge is also selected based on the information. User is doing the specific search, user is capable to understand how the integration and coordination of these different stages is happening. Information database is complex in its own way. Scheduling and organizing the big data set is a tedious task. People are using different softwares such as Hadoop and etc. to organize the data set, organize the big data set, so that a big data problem can be solved. The technology has advanced, human computer interaction has moved to another level, the level of virtual reality and augmented reality. As I earlier showed you how the augmented reality is being used by the surgeons, by the military officials to develop and enhance their own skill. Virtual reality interface, what you are seeing on your screen, is a cave system. Computers can provide user experience as closely as real environment. Computers can provide virtual reality environment, augmented reality can provide user experience as closely as real environment. Designer has to also ensure the VR authenticity, which means if a temple is being designed in VR or a mosque is designed in VR, then the mosque and the temple should have real world, should be in a real world scenario. They should be as similar as the real world example, not identical but similar. Designers should be sensitive towards the lag, the delay which is happening, which is very common in the case of virtual reality. It is known to us that in virtual reality or in augmented reality, simpler pictures are better to understand than the complex one. Such understanding about the virtual reality and augmented reality, its usage in different disciplines like medical, army, defense system, psychology is immense. It is contributing a lot and helping a lot to understand, make us understand about the underlying neural mechanism. Moreover, it is also helping us with respect to safety procedure, how to maintain the safety protocol. Not only that, the human computer interaction has even moved to another level of affective computing. Emotional and affective elements of software design. Can those elements be brought in to the softwares? If yes, will they be effective in providing assistance to the individuals who are the sufferers? Humans respond to machine socially. The big concern was that can we talk with system? Can we interact with system in a human form? No, not in a human form. However, the machine system based on machine learning can respond us. Computers understand and respond users' emotional state. The advantage, the advanced, the advanced advancement in technology, the advancement in human computer interaction has helped us to respond, has helped the computer system to respond the emotional state of the user. The computer can respond to you emotionally. And how is it possible? It is possible because of machine learning. And because of the need of better human computer interaction, because of the high demand of human computer interaction in an effective manner. The reason could be that the computers are present everywhere. To strengthen the human computer relationship and interaction, such approaches may be beneficial. Designers, how to create unpleasant emotional responses to signal the dangerous situation. Can computer interaction provide us an insight about the danger in hand, danger pre-hand? Can a system provide us an information, danger present in near proximity? Can a system provide us solution towards the danger present in our close proximity? Let us conclude what we learned in this slide. The 10 design principles of usability proposed by Jacob Nielsen. We also studied about the basic screen design. What should be the basic screen design? Numbers, text, layout. Different types of digital screens are there. They all have different unique characteristics. Different types of dialog style boxes are there. If you are having a dialog style box to create an account, and if you are having a dialog box to fill a form, if you have a dialog box to provide your personal detail, all are different. Different interfaces, different dialog boxes. The same dialog box will change in different interfaces. User support. How can we provide support to the user? Through online and through offline. The support provided to the user should be handy and should be auto updated. The support should be easy to find. The support should be effective. The support should be direct in nature. Then we also learned about the information database. Huge amount of database is there. If we talk about the railway ticket data set, personal information, monetary information, gender, age, caste, color, creed, preference, all these things are there. This information can help us not only in building the virtual reality or augmented reality, but also we have to ensure how close these virtual and augmented reality designs are to the real world designs. Moreover, the affective computing system, how effective the system can be. Can these systems be able to identify one's emotional state, and can these systems not only find one's emotional state can but provide a solution towards such emotional state? Are these emotional state can these emotional state be helpful in avoiding the danger? Can these emotional state detected by effective computing provide us an information with threat proximity? There are many such questions one can ask. There are many such prospects are there with such human computer interaction. Today we will end here, and in the next class we will take the course further. Thank you.